since she approached me and said that as she was just like walking by me to the restroom, to take that time to uh, say to her, hey, is there any way we could talk at some point, you know, later when you at your earliest convenience, which is again what I said in my email, but I figured she may have not seen that yet. And she said, yeah, not today. So anyway, towards the end of the day, um, one of the other employees comes over to me, starts talking to me, and he says, I'd like to go to the back room and talk to you there. And I said, okay. Then he's like, oh, I want to know what's going on. You seem upset. And I don't know, I don't know if I really seemed upset, but the point is that that's what he said, and really that was just his way of initiating conversation because he was told by the agency owner that he had to talk to me and figure out what was going on, or like basically try to be the handler, so maybe she didn't actually have to talk to me. Anyway, so he talked to me about it a little bit, and he's just like, oh, well, so-and-so thinks, he's, wondering what was going on. I'm like, well, she knows what's going on. She yelled at me in front of the entire office, and she's wondering what's going on, you know? And then he's basically said, well, she's just like that, and that's what she does, and she's a hothead, and, this is a high-pressure environment, blah blah blah. It'd be even it would be a little bit of a different thing, if I had done something like really really stupid. Let's say I like she was in the middle of a conversation with an employee at her desk, and I came and stood right at her desk, and it's like, I need a trash can. Can I have a trash can now? I know you're with an employee, but me need trash can now. That would be dumb and maybe justifiable if she yelled at me at that point. I, again, was asking not her. She yells at me talking to a guy who's not on phone. And I had been told to do so. Anyway, this all gets down to the point of like she eventually comes in, talks to me, and I was like, hey, have I disrespected you in any way? Have I disrespected anybody else in any way? Because if I have, I want to apologize for that. Because maybe you're annoyed at me for doing something that I haven't realized that I have done. And she said, no, you haven't. And I said, okay, good, because I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't done anything like that and clear it up right away, because if I had done something to offend you or in some way that has made you on edge, I am sorry. And if I haven't, then I want to know why it is that you think it's okay to yell at me in front of everybody, and about just simply asking if I could myself go grab a trash can for my desk when I wasn't even talking, to her or trying to interrupt her, So I basically just said, I'm just trying to figure out why I just don't feel like that was just necessary, and I just want you to, give me respect in the same way that I feel like I need to give you respect and give everybody else in this office respect, and I've tried to do that. And I'm saying if you felt like I hadn't done that, I apologize. But she said, no, you've been very respectful to everybody. And I said, okay, great. Well, then why is it that, I just don't appreciate being, spoken to like that. And I just wanted to let you know. And I just want you to understand that I understand that sometimes things are stressful, but, that's not going to help me succeed in this environment. If you want to make money, which is you're in insurance or whatever, that's what they keep on always saying, is like, oh, we're here to make money. Yeah, if you thought that all those nice little insurance people were in there saying, oh, we're here to help the customer, oftentimes not, especially not this office. That was never said. So yeah, it was all talking about, you got to get their money and take it from their pocket and put it in your pocket. And I was like, that seems awfully greedy. I thought we were here to help people, but maybe that's part of the problem. Is I thought we were here to help people and do that in by mutually respecting one another and trying to get the job done, and then in turn making money because we are helping people, and then in turn we make money because we've done a good job for them, and they keep coming back. So the end of the conversation, she seemed totally cool, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we're cool." Literally said that, "We're cool. Thanks for bringing this to me. I would want you to bring this to me rather than just stewing about it all, and then all resenting me or something like that." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to do that, and I wouldn't do that. That's why I brought it to you. I just wanted to make sure you understood that the only reason I was upset is because you yelled at me, and I just don't, I don't think that's necessary, and that's not going to help me succeed. And I want to be here to I'm just here to listen and learn because I was new, and I'm just trying to let you know what's going to help me succeed, and that's not it. And I'm just trying to ask for mutual respect, where I'm trying to be respectful to the way that I spoke to you and everything that I did by not freaking out on you when you talked to me in a way that I didn't like, by not going up to your desk and making a scene later on or anything like that, so that other employees would know what I was talking to you about. And that is also why I sent you a private email requesting that we talk at your earliest convenience, all in a way to try to show you respect. And in the same way that I am respecting you, I'm just asking for you to respect me as well. And that's all I'm asking for. And like I said, she seems totally cool, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, not a problem. I'm sorry, I just was stressed and, had a lot going on that day, yada, yada." Again, I don't know why people say that. Is that supposed to make me feel better? It doesn't make me feel better. It just means you can't, keep your cool under pressure. And if you're doing it, on a day-to-day basis, you should be used to it by now. Going to work next day, Tuesday, aka today, at the time of this video. And work from 9 till 11:30-ish. And then I get called into the office by this particular agency owner and this other owner manager who may or may not be named Steve. Anyway, and so he sits me down, and right away they're just like, we've decided that you're not probably going to be a good fit for this office, which is code for, we think you're going to be an HR nightmare, because this is how we treat our employees. We talk about them behind their backs in front of other employees. And, if you're not cool with that, or being cool with being yelled at and not making a big deal out of it, or being yelled at and not taking that on a regular basis, then we're not going to be a good fit, because that's what we do here. So, we're thinking you're not going to be a good fit. And they try to spin it around, turn around on me too. They're like, we were pretty busy and you were concerned about a trash can, and that's why we feel like you're not a good fit. And I'm like, "Oh yeah. It had nothing to do with the fact that you freaked out on me, and then I just happened to be man enough to speak up for myself and say, look, I don't think that's appropriate. I know you're the boss, but still you don't get to treat people like garbage, no matter who you are. And I'm not down with that. I've owned a business for more than 5 years, and I haven't had, a big business where I have a ton of employees, but I have had some employees. And I always try to do everything in my power to treat them with respect, regardless of what they do for me. Say, please and thank you and all that, which was words that I'd never heard in that office. I can guarantee you that. So, just thought I'd tell you my story. And there is one particular insurance agent that I can guarantee you I would not recommend working for around this area.